It is your English-speaking friend, Kyle. And guys, this might be one of the coolest videos I've ever made. We are in the middle of nowhere. We are in the middle of nowhere, and I'm going to do something that I have wanted to do for years. I'm going to camp in the middle of a forest all by myself. Well, really not all by myself, because you guys are with me. So anyway, guys, I've been driving for about 4 hours now to this place, which is called the Huron-Manistee National Forest. It's way up in the north of Michigan, and we're all alone out here, guys. This is one of the few places where you can come and camp without any other people. You could just walk out here pretty much anywhere you want and set your stuff up and camp. So I've been wanting to do this forever, guys. My whole life I've wanted to just go out in the woods and be all alone. So we are going to spend 2 days out here all alone. We're going to try and make a fire. We're going to set up a campsite. Going to try and survive out here all by ourselves. So guys, this is going to be a super fun video. I'm happy you guys are here with me. Basically, we have a couple of challenges. The first challenge, it's very wet out. It's finally stopped raining. That's why I'm filming right now. Also, it's cold already, but at nighttime it's going to be freezing cold. So those are some challenges in themselves, to be out here for 2 days in the cold and wet forest. Next, being by yourself. Is it kind of scary? I don't know. We're going to find out. Now guys, we have to keep on going to find the perfect spot to camp. I just wanted to step out of my car for the first time here, get some fresh air, stretch out a little bit, because like I said, I've been driving for 4 hours. Let's go find our campground where we will be for this first night, because for night 2, we have another mission. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Today we're going to focus on finding a good place to camp here. All right, guys, we're driving, and I think I found a place that might be good. I want to show you what these forest roads look like, because, man, I'm just happy I drive a Jeep. You can never get back here in a small little car. Check this out, guys. This is what we're driving into. All right, guys, that last road, I saw signs that said no motor vehicles over there, so we couldn't drive in there. So I turned around. Now I see another little road. Let's see if we can find a good spot on this one. Driving into the forest. I don't see any signs that say we can't camp here. So let's get out and look around, see what's over here. I see some burnt wood over here, which is a good sign. That means that somebody camped over here before. So maybe I'll walk around a little bit, try and find a good spot and see what we can set up. But right now, guys, I see these big hills. And those big hills are just begging for me to climb up there and see what we could see. So I'm going to climb up those hills and see if I could get a good view. All right, guys, this is actually a pretty tough climb. It's very cold out here, so I'm happy I just bought this nice jacket. Nice warm jacket. But check out this hill. Goes way up there. So while I'm out here, I'll be looking for a good spot to try and camp. Nothing is dry out here, guys. You can see how wet these leaves are. So making a fire is not going to be easy. If I can achieve that side quest, I'll be very happy, because I brought something awesome to cook out here. But to cook, you need what? Fire. All right, guys, I climbed up this big hill. I would love to camp right up here, but the problem with that is, if I do that, I have to carry all my stuff up here. And I brought a lot of gear. Well, I don't know. I'll think about that for a minute. But let's see if we could even see my car from up here, how high I climbed. There's so many trees out here, it's hard to get a good view. My car is way down there. That tiny little black dot, that's my car. So I climbed all the way up that. All right, guys, time to find a good camping spot. All right, I think this spot will do. It's kind of in the middle of these hills, so what that will do is keep the wind off of me and hopefully stay a little bit warmer. This jacket is awesome. I'm nice and warm. I'm gonna make it in this little opening here. Let me go get all my stuff, bring it over here, and we will set up camp. All right, guys, got all my stuff over here. This is gonna be my campsite. This is what it looks like before I set all of this up. If it looks anything like it does in my imagination, this is gonna be a great campsite in about 35-40 minutes. So let's do a little work and then I will show you around our home for the night. Hey guys, I hope that you are enjoying this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Real quick, I want to tell you guys about a super cool way that you can practice your speaking in English. So, the English learning platform Sprout has a really cool new feature, Kyle AI. So on Sprout, you can watch videos that are made specifically at your level of English, and afterwards, you can discuss that video with Kyle AI. So let's see how it works. Let's say, for example, you just watched the collaboration that Jay and I made where we talked about very deep topics, okay? Let's see what it's like to talk with Kyle AI about that. Hello, Kyle. It's nice to chat with you. In the video, Jay and I talked about what makes life meaningful. What do you think gives life meaning? I think that finding your purpose, finding the thing that truly makes you feel alive, and then dedicating yourself to be the best that you can possibly be at it is what gives life meaning. What do you think about that? That's a really interesting thought. It sounds like you're saying that having a purpose and striving for self-improvement are key. I agree that working towards something you're passionate about can make life feel very meaningful. Wow, guys. Not only does that sound like my voice, that sounds like something that I would say. So my friends, if you want to try out Sprout and speak with Kyle AI, you can click the link down in the description, use my promo code PENSANDO, and try it for free for a week. This is an awesome way that you guys can improve your speaking and really help creators like Jay and myself who are trying our best to bring real life English to the world. All right, let's get back to the video. All right, guys, here we have home for the night. Got our tent right here set up. I'm gonna close it for right now. I'm going to zip it up. We say zipping up when you close something that has a zipper. So I'm gonna zip it up for right now because I don't want any bugs getting in. Now it is pretty cold and I do not think there will be mosquitoes tonight. I really hope there will not be mosquitoes tonight. But I'm going to keep it closed anyway. So this is our tent. This is where we'll be sleeping. I'll show you my stuff in there, my supplies in just a minute. Let me show you the rest of the campground. Over here, this is to protect me if it starts raining again. And this is where I will cook later. I'm going to clear this out. Well, where I will cook if I'm lucky enough to start a fire in this very wet environment. But this will keep wind off of me. The heat from the fire will come in here, keep me a little bit warmer, and I'll be able to cook without being wet. So this is my little tarp shelter, which is where, if we're lucky, guys, if we're lucky, I might cook the best dinner ever cooked outside. Hopefully. Then over here, guys, I have my hammock. Not bad. So I don't want to start a fire too early because it's going to be hard to even find enough wood to keep it going. So I'm not going to start the fire until I'm ready to eat. So I think what I'll do right now, take a little break. I've been driving and working all day. I think I deserve to chill out on my hammock for a few minutes and just enjoy the silence. Can't hear anything out here, guys. All right, guys, let's check out my tent. First rule of the tent, no dirty boots. No dirty boots in the tent. Let me show you what I have out here. What I'll be sleeping on is my sleeping bag. Underneath the sleeping bag, I have a yoga mat. My wife's yoga mat, where she does yoga and stretching, because when you lay down, that yoga mat will help keep you off of the ground because the ground is cold. So this is where I'll sleep tonight. Now, what kind of supplies do I have out here? Let's see. Got a little lantern. It's not very bright, but I guess at nighttime it'll help. I have 2 cameras out here. This one that I'm filming with is my old camera, my Sony ZV-1. Then I've got my better one here, my Sony ZV-E1. And I waterproofed it so that if I have to get some shots in the rain, my nice camera won't get messed up. I have some cool stuff out here, guys. Some cool supplies. These are baby wipes so I can keep myself clean. I have this little survival kit, guys. This, my brother bought me a long time ago for Christmas, and I'm finally using it. And hopefully today, this is how I will start my fire. I have cooking supplies, which I'll show you in a little bit. Let's take a look at what's in this little kit. So I have this big knife, and this is what I'll be using to cut things, to do a little bit of my cooking preparation. And there's bears out here in these woods, so I'm naming this knife Mata Oso. Mata Oso. My Spanish speakers will know what that means, but this knife's name is Mata Oso. So, my survival kit is full of useful things, guys. Let's learn a little bit of vocabulary. This is a compass, and a compass tells you if you're going north, south, east, or west. This is super important if you're out here, especially if your phone dies or you do not have signal. If you know which direction you came from, a compass can get you home. This here, guys, is a flint, and the flint is how I'm going to start this fire, I hope. I have another little knife here, guys. What a flint does is you take your knife and you scrape it. I don't know if you guys could see those sparks, but it makes sparks, and you try and catch things on fire with those little sparks. That's how you slowly start to build your fire. Here, I have some little pieces of cotton. These girls use them for makeup and stuff. Doctors use them too. But this is what I'm going to use to start the fire. Okay, this dry little piece of cotton is going to help me so much. In this bag, I also have fishing line and fishing hooks. I don't know if I'll be able to catch any fish out here, but who knows. Got a little spoon here. Oh, I guess this is a whistle. I guess if you're lost. Oh, I didn't even know this has a little knife too. This is a nice little kit, guys. Got a bunch of other little things in here I won't be using. This is pretty cool, this little tool. It's a little multi-tool, which means it has a bunch of different useful things on there. We won't really be using that. Really, all I think I'll need out of this is the flint and the cotton. And that'll get us going for tonight anyway. All right, guys, I have clothes out here. I have some coffee. In the morning, we'll make some delicious coffee. I hope if we get a fire going. Oh, if I can't get a fire going, guys, that's going to be awful because I am addicted to caffeine. So if I can't get a fire going, I'm going to have a bad headache in the morning. Let's hope we get the fire going. Speaking of that, I think it's about time to get going on the fire. Let's do it. All right, guys, let's get this fire going. Hopefully. Now, once I get the fire going, we should be good. The hard part is going to be getting it going in this wet environment. So I found a couple sticks that look a little bit dry. What I'm going to do is try and cut into them because the inside should be even drier. And we're gonna try and make something called kindling, which is little pieces of wood that you can use to get the fire going. Hopefully we could do that. And we want like long skinny strips of dry wood, and that will be the best thing we could do to give this fire a chance to get going. Once we get the fire going, we'll be good because it dries off the rest of the wood as we go. But getting enough little dry pieces to get it started, that's the hard part, and that is the most critical or important thing right now. So let me try and make some kindling, and I'll show you what I come up with. It is the moment of truth. Let's see if we're gonna eat a hot meal tonight or not. Got my cotton here, try and catch a spark in that. And if I could get this on fire, then I've got some tiny little pieces of wood right here that will hopefully catch fire too. Come on, we might be in business, guys. Okay, first try was unsuccessful. I think I need more cotton and need to let it breathe a little bit more. Come on, baby. I want to eat a warm dinner tonight. Maybe. Might be going, guys. Now you slowly keep adding bigger pieces. All right, guys. Sad to say, no fire tonight. Couldn't get going. I even found some paper from my car, but it's just too wet. Too wet. The fire's not catching. None of this stuff is burning. And I think for today, I have failed my first side mission. And that means it's going to be a cold night, and we're not getting a hot meal tonight. Luckily, I have my cooler with ice in it, so the food that I brought will still be good tomorrow. Maybe we'll be lucky and tomorrow will be nice and dry and we could have an awesome breakfast and lunch. But for now, guess we're out of luck. Luckily, I did bring some things that don't require cooking, but it's not going to be a delicious dinner like I wanted. Oh well. I think I'll walk around and explore for a little bit before it gets too dark. See you guys in a bit. Oh, all right, guys. Well, since my incredible dinner plans didn't work out and I failed at making a fire, I guess I'll eat my backup food, which, hey, at least I planned ahead and brought some backup food. But I want to tell you guys an expression that we say in English that I was thinking about just now, and it's, don't count your chickens until they hatch. And this means don't assume that something's going to happen until it happens. And hatching means that a bird comes out of its egg, it's hatching. So don't count the eggs and say, I have 5 eggs, so I'll have 5 chickens. No. That is counting your chickens before they hatch. Don't do that, because maybe 2 of them will get smashed, maybe 2 of them won't hatch, and then you thought you would have 5 chickens, but you only have 3, 2, 1, or none. So I counted my chickens before they hatched. I thought I would be able to get that fire going for sure, but I didn't. So now I get to eat a cold dinner. Wow. So guys, the strangest thing so far about being out here is how quiet it is and how different it is to not be around electronics in a house with lights, TVs, radios, not be around that, not be looking at your phone. Strange. And because we're so used to all these stimulations in our brain going on, it feels pretty boring out here, honestly. I feel bored. I feel like I should be doing something. But I know this is good for me. It's what's called a dopamine detox. And dopamine is the chemical that our brain makes when we do something that gives us pleasure. Right now, I'm not doing any of these things. I'm not stimulating my brain. So I'm detoxification, which means you're getting something out of your system. So I'm getting back down to the natural state of the human brain, I guess. So anyway, let's eat our delicious cold dinner. What I have, some eggs, cold, plain eggs. Better than being hungry, I guess. Now this, guys, I was super excited about this. because I was going to heat this up by the fire and then get an awesome shot where I open it up and steam comes out. I made some bread yesterday at home, and man, when this is warm, this bread is so good. But right now, it's ice cold. Cold eggs, cold bread, cold water, cold weather, no fire. Gonna be a cold night. Man, I just hope that I can make some coffee in the morning. All right, guys, I'm gonna eat my cold bread and eggs, and maybe I'll show you guys what it looks like at night. See you in a little bit. Well, guys, I'm relaxing a little bit before it's time to try and get some sleep. I thought that I would be able to take off my jacket and my pants and just wear the clothes I'm wearing underneath to sleep in. But even with my sleeping bag, guys, it is so cold that I'm gonna have to sleep in my jacket. Guys, there was this show I always used to watch called Alone, and it was where people go out in huge forests like this, and it's a contest, I think 15 people or something, and they all stay out there for as long as they can, and the last one to quit wins. So sometimes they're out there for some people leave after 2 days, some leave after 2 weeks, and the winners usually last a few months out there all by themselves. And whenever I watch this show, I would always think, wow, I could do that. That's so easy. I love being outside. I could just be out there and win some money and, stay out there for months. Guys, I've only been out here a few hours, several hours now, but it's what do you do? In the world we live in where it's move, 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 work, work, work. When you get out here, there's nothing to do but survive. It's strange. I couldn't even cook my dinner. So it's what do I do now? And I'm fine, guys, I know I'm going to be all right and make it through the night. But it's got me thinking, imagine doing this for months with nobody out here. Nobody with you. Now, I have a family, of course, so I would miss them like crazy. But just the boredom, the being out here, sitting, trying to survive, trying to stay warm, it's pretty tough. Anyway, I'm listening to an audiobook right now, so that'll help me pass the time a little bit, I guess. All right, I'll talk to you guys before I go to sleep. Can you guys hear that? I think that's coyotes. I hope you guys can hear that on this microphone. That's a little scary. I think that's a coyote. I don't know. Guess we're not alone out here. All right, guys. It is dark. Dark, dark, dark out here. Let me just show you guys a little bit how scary it looks out here. Honestly, guys. And those noises I was hearing, that's probably the hard part when you're out here by yourself at night is, yeah, it's scary. Let me show you what it looks like out here right now. And by the way, guys, it's snowing a little bit. Yep, can't even see, it's so dark. There's the tent. You can see that. All right, guys, let's go in the tent and go to bed. All right, guys, that was a horrible night. I did not sleep at all for even 1 minute. Freezing cold. My back hurts from laying on the ground. And the day was so quiet. The night was so loud. Super loud, guys. Animals, wind, branches shaking. I just could not sleep. Tried my best, could not. So guys, we're going to try one more time to get a fire going. And if I can't get a fire going, we're going to move from here and go check out the other place I wanted to show you guys. So, I could really use some coffee right now, guys. And if I could get this fire going, I will make what I was going to make for dinner last night for breakfast, and it will be the best breakfast ever made in the woods. So I'm going to try and use a bunch of paper this time. Hopefully that will get it going. Let's see what we can do. Feels like my wood is a little bit drier now. Maybe it'll work. Wish me luck, guys. Alright guys, I have one more piece of cotton, one last shot. Alright guys, I have failed. Tried my best, came up short. It's like this ground is so wet, it just pulls the fire out of everything. That even the paper isn't staying wet, or isn't staying lit. So, I don't know guys. I've never not been able to start a fire. This forest has defeated me. Alright, I guess we'll have to go to our next spot. Alright guys, I packed up our camp and we are leaving this cold place. Can't feel my feet. So guys, while this was a failure, it was an experience. You guys got to come with me. I'm not giving up on our side quest yet just because I failed on the fire. We are going to go see something beautiful. And if I see a good tree, I'm going to climb that. But right now, I'm going to warm up in the car, eat some more cold eggs, and a piece of cold bread. But you know what? There's a lot of people in the world who would be grateful for some eggs and bread. So I will be grateful for this meal. Alright, I have to drive about an hour, so I will show you guys when we get to the beautiful place. Alright guys, I told you I'd show you something beautiful. Here we are. Now guys, I know this looks like an ocean, but this is actually the same lake that you saw in my last video if you watched it. This is Lake Michigan, guys, and I came here because I wanted to show you guys just how big this lake is. Guys, I am 3.5 hours away from my home in a different state. I'm in Michigan right now. I live in Indiana, and the lake touches all the way over here. So guys, Indiana is that way. When I was in Indiana, I pointed far off and said, that's Michigan over there. Now guys, Indiana is over there. There's one more little trail I want to check out. I'll show you guys if I can see something cool. Alright guys, I climbed up these stairs here. It's a big trail to get up top on a sand dune. Over here you can see the miles and miles of Michigan wilderness where I just spent last night. And over here you have a nice view of Lake Michigan. Alright guys, I'm going to end the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed it with me. I didn't achieve everything I tried to achieve, but I tried my best. And it was an experience. I'll see you guys.